Welcome to another edition of Blessing Tutorial. If you are a returning subscriber, you're welcome. And if you are new here, you're super welcome. This is the part 3 video of regression analysis. Specifically, we're going to discuss linear regression by deviation from the mean method. Please do well to watch this video to the end to get a better understanding of this topic. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Thank you. Without wasting much time, let's jump on the question we have on the board. The question says, the table below shows the price of goods and the corresponding amount demanded. From the data, 1. Determine linear regression equations, taking deviation of items from the mean of X and Y. 2 says, estimate the likely demand when the price is $20. This table here shows the price of goods and the corresponding amount demanded. Looking at this table, we could see the price of goods is denoted with X, while the amount demanded is denoted with Y. Now, let's go through the various steps involved to accomplish this task. First step says, determine the mean of X and the mean of Y. Mean of X bar, equal summation X over N. Summation X simply means the addition of all the X values. And here we go now, 10 plus 12 plus 13 plus 12 plus 16 and lastly plus 15 gives us 78 over N. N simply means the number of observations in the X series. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 78 divided by 6, which is. So we succeeded in determining the mean of X. Let's also proceed to determining the mean of Y. The mean of Y denoted with Y bar equals summation Y over N. Summation Y simply means addition of all the Y values, which is 40 plus 38 plus 43 plus 45 plus 37 and lastly plus 43. That gives us 246 over N, sample size of Y series, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we record that now. Y will be 246 divided by 6, of course that gives 41. This step says, determine the deviation from the mean of X. The deviation from the mean of X, we denote it with X minus X mean. X here implies all the X values here minus the mean of X, which we got 13, right? So we could rewrite this as X minus 13 because our mean value is 13, right? Basically, the deviation from the mean of X is denoted with small letter x. This simply implies either we represent this row as X minus 13 or small letter x. Here we go now. The first X here being 10 minus 13, that gives us minus 3 here, followed by 12 minus 13, which gives minus 1. 13 minus 13 gives 0. 12 minus 13. 16 minus 13 gives 3. Lastly, 15 minus 13, we have 2 here. So we succeeded in generating values for deviation from the mean of X. This step says, determine the deviation from the mean of Y. The deviation from the mean of Y is denoted with Y minus Y mean. We already know the value for Y mean, which we get 41. We could rewrite this as Y minus 41. Basically, deviation from the mean of Y is denoted with small letter y. So we have a small letter y here. The y here represents each of the y values here, right? Minus 41. We'll go now. Y, the first y here is 40 minus 41, which gives minus 1. Next we have 38 minus 41, minus 3 here. 43 minus 41. 2 here, 5 minus 41, 37 minus 41. Lastly, 43 minus 41, we have 2 here. So we've succeeded in determining the deviation from the mean of Y. This step says, generate values for the product of deviation from the mean of X and Y. Also sum these values. Here we go now. We title this row XY because product simply means multiplying the deviation from the mean of X by the deviation from the mean of Y. Right, minus 3 times minus 1 gives us 3. Minus 1 times minus 3, we have 3 here. Followed by 0 times 2, we have 0. Minus 1 times 4, 3 times minus 4, we have minus 12. Lastly, 2 times 2, 4 here. So we succeeded in generating values for the product of deviation from the mean of X and the mean of Y. The instruction went further to say, and also sum these values. So we expected to sum these values, right? 3 plus 3 plus 0 plus minus 4 plus minus 12 and lastly plus 4, because that gives us minus 6, and we record that now. Summation xy equal minus 6. Next step says, generate values for the square of deviation from the mean of X and also sum these values. Here we go. We title this row x squared. The instruction is to square the deviation from the mean of X, right? Square implies multiplying each of these values by itself. We go now. Minus 3 square gives 9. Minus 1 square, 0 square, 0. Minus 1 square, 1 here. 3 square, 9 here. Finally, 2 square, 4 here, right? The instruction went further to say, also sum these values. So we're expected to sum all these values here. 9 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 and lastly plus 4. Of course, that gives us 24. And we record that now. Summation x squared equal 24. Next, say generate values for the square of deviation from the mean of y and also square these values. We title this row y squared. That is the square of each of the values of deviation from the mean of y, right? And here we go now. Minus 1 square gives us 1. Minus 3 square, 2 square, 4. 4 square, 16. Minus 4 square, we have 16. And lastly, 2 square, 4 here. Remember, the instruction went further to say also sum these values, right? And here we go now. 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 16 plus 16 and lastly plus 4, and of course that gives 50, and we record that now. Summation y squared equal 50 here. This step says determine the slope of x on y and also determine the slope of y on x. Let's go back to our table. In our table here, price is denoted with x, while amount demanded denoted with y. So the slope of x on y simply means the slope of price on demand. Also, the slope of y on x also means the slope of demand on price. To calculate the slope of x on y, we use this formula, summation xy over summation y squared. And of course, summation sy we get minus 6 over summation y squared we have 50. Minus 6 divided by 50 gives. Therefore, slope of x on y equal minus 0.12. We determine the regression equation of x on y with the following formula. X minus x mean equal b1 times y minus y mean. So following our formula, we have x here minus x mean. The value of x mean we got 30, right? And we record that now. Following our formula, we have equal to b1 of x and y we got minus 0.12. Our open bracket here y minus y mean we got 41. Then close bracket. Going forward, we have x minus 13 equal to minus 0.12 times y. Of course, that gives us minus 0.12y. Minus 0.12 times minus 41, we have plus 4.92. Plus, in the sense that minus times minus gives plus, right? Now we're expected to bring these two constants together. We could see minus 13 on the left hand side, and we are seeing plus 4.92 on the right hand side. So now, taking minus 13 to the right hand side becomes plus 13. And here we go now. The equation changes to x equal minus 0.12y plus 4.92 plus 13, right? The equation becomes x equal minus 0.12y plus 4.92 plus 13 gives 17.92. Finally, the regression equation of x on y equal minus 0.12y plus 17.92. On the other hand, we're going to look at for slope of y on x with the following formula, summation xy over summation x squared. Summation xy we got minus 6 over summation x squared we had 24. Minus 6 divided by 24 gives minus 0.25. Therefore, the slope of y on x equal minus 0.25. Let's also determine the regression equation of y on x. The formula is y minus y mean equal b1 times x minus s mean. Y minus y mean, the value of our y mean we got 41 here, and we record it now, equal b1. b1 of y on s we get minus 0.25. We have x minus x mean. X mean we had 30 here. Going forward, we have y minus 41 equal to minus 0.25 times s minus 0.25x, right? Minus 0.25 times minus 13. Of course, that gives, we have plus here because minus times minus gives us plus. At this point, we're expected to collect like terms. Looking at our equation now, on the left hand side, we could see a constant minus 41, right? And on the right hand side, we could say plus 325. So minus 41 crosses the right hand side, becomes 41. And now the equation becomes y equal minus 0.25s plus 3.25 plus 41. So we have y equal minus 0.25s plus 3.25 plus 41. Of course, that gives us 44.25. Finally, the regression equation of y on s equal minus 0.25s plus 44.25. We succeeded in determining the two regression equations as instructed in question 1. Now let's proceed to answering question 2. Question 2 says, estimate the likely demand when the price is $20. We'll be asked to estimate or predict the likely demand when the price is $20, right? Remember, demand is denoted with y. We'll be given the price or the s value. So we'll be working with this equation now to estimate or predict the demand. And here we go now. We have y equal minus 0.2x. Of course, the s value is given, being $20. So we'll write 20 here, right? Plus 44.25. We have y equal minus 0.25 times 20 gives minus 5 plus 44.25. So y will be equal minus 5 plus 44.25 gives 39.25. Therefore, when the price is $20, the likely demand is 39.25. And so we succeeded in answering all the questions. I hope this solution helps. Thank you for watching this video. Please be on the lookout for the next video where we demonstrate how to draw the line of best fit. Please do well to like this video, leave a comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.